Hi, this is going to be a hostage rescue mission for ARMA. You can do the same thing I'm about to do in ARMA 1, ARMA 2 or ARMA 3. I'm about to create a hostage rescue mission anyway because I want to play it, so I thought, well, if I'm going to play it, why not upload it on YouTube so other people can see how to do it as well. So I'm going to go to the editor and I'm going to use Stratus. I've already sorted out an area I want to use. It's a camping site down here, and I've built up a little bit of a story in my head of how this is going to go down. But I'm going to try and do this as quick as possible. It's very, very difficult to do a mission editing video without it taking about 30 minutes. It's because sometimes it takes a little bit of time to do little things. So I'll try and be as quick as possible. But I'm going to create a unit. It's going to be a independent unit, and it's going to be a survivor, and I'm going to name him Hostage 1, and I'm going to create another unit. Now this mission is going to be the Americans have come into this island, into Gurna, and they've taken a guy that they believe is doing arms dealing in Gurna, and so that's the mission. However, I'm actually playing the locals in Gurna going to the camping site to kill the Americans to get the guy back, because they don't want the information to get out, because there's some secret thing going on with the with whoever's running this American regiment with the arms dealing. So that's the mission, and the hostage knows who's doing it. So the idea is to go in there as the rebels, as the Middle Eastern guys or whatever, to get the hostage back before he can spill out who is arming the rebels in Gurna. So that's the mission. That's the thing I've got in my head anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an Op4 guy. So we're going to be the bad guys, or depends on what. We're going to be the Middle Eastern guys that are getting the hostage back, because good and evil just depends on whose side you're on. And what I'm going to do is, this guy here is I'm going to have 3 markers. So I'm going to have M1, and it's going to be a pink or a yellow, doesn't really matter. I'm going to create 3 of these, so 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to group this survivor to the markers, and I'm going to move these markers to the back of these buildings, and that should be right. I'm going to move him here. So he will spawn randomly in one of these buildings, and I'll have absolutely no idea where that is. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have another marker that can be seen by everybody. It'll be the objective, and I'm going to make it red and call that M2, and the text will be hostage in this area, and be okay. And so that's M2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly see if he's not, because sometimes he spawns underneath the building. Now normally what I would do is I would put a script into the hostage 1 and have him random in a building, so I have no idea in the building where he is. But in this case I'm not going to do that. I might do that in another video or so, but normally, like if I was to use, say, if I was to go to, say, a big city up here somewhere, and that building here has 15 rooms or something like that, so if I just quickly create a unit, Op4 rifleman, and I do a waypoint, and I find the house. Where's the house point? Industrial shed big? Is that an industrial? Oh, it's an industrial shed, is it? And I click on. It normally has. Okay, oh, so that must just be a big shed. Where's a building? Military officers. That should have some stuff. Right. See that position in house? I can do like position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and have him go into a position. Random position, and normally if I can just alt tab, normally what I do is just get my little bit of notes here, and see it's this set push. I would normally, to make him go into a random area, control C, then go back into the game, and go back into the unit, and then just on activation, Control V. Now he will spawn and just put 9, random 9. So he will spawn nearest building this, building post random 9, and I can just, I'll just delete that, put him in there, and he will spawn somewhere in those buildings. Or I could put him in military office. I can actually say position 5 in the waypoint. So if I go to the unit, Control V or Control C, I can go into the waypoint and then put it here, Control V, and put random 9. Now you have to put the exact number which is in the building to make him spawn there. Otherwise, if I push random 10 and there's only 9 positions in the building, he will spawn outside the map somewhere. It's not a bug. I think they've done that. You have to put the exact positions which are in the building for this to work. So what would happen is this guy will walk to there, to position 5 in the building, and then once he gets there, he'll go to nearest building, this building post random 9. So he'll walk to position 9 once he gets to that waypoint. So that's what I would normally do, but in this case I'm not going to do that. I just thought I'd show you that. Just go back to this position in the video if you want to see it in slow motion or whatever, so you can do it in your own missions. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just have a look and preview the mission to see if he's in the right place. So normally I would go into here and push Control V and have random 2, and he'll randomly spawn in position 1 or 2, but I'm not going to do that here. Also, in advanced intel, before I do this, I have to do independent to friendly to op4, because I'm the op4 guys. Otherwise he will run away from me. If I go near him and he's friendly to blue 4, he's also not armed either, he'll just run away. Which I don't really want him to do. So I'm just going to see where he is. This is on high graphics. It's not on ultra. I'm using a i7 4770K and a 280X and 8 gigabytes of RAM. I really wouldn't recommend going on ultra unless you have the highest graphics card out. Like, unless you have an R9 295, 290X or 295X, I wouldn't even bother. Or the Nvidia equivalent, I just wouldn't bother. So here we go, here's my hostage. Right. So, cool. So that's the guy we're rescuing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my guys, I'm going to spawn him down here, and I'm going to give him some buddies, Control C, Control V, and I'm going to make him team, I'm going to call this guy Team 1, my leader, and I'm going to actually make him a team leader. I'm just going to delete that. If I keep my finger on Shift and delete, it deletes everything. Now I'm just going to Control C, Control V. See, if you name the guy, every guy you create after that will already be named. Just makes life a bit easier. Now, rifleman, actually I'm going to have my number 2 as a combat lifesaver. And I'm going to have number 3 as a auto rifleman. And number 4 as a standard rifleman, I think. And now all I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to make this guy, I'm going to make him a corporal. And these guys are privates, I think. And I'm going to make this team leader a sergeant. Now I'm going to group these guys to my guy. Now the next thing I'm going to do is create a marker which is going to attach itself to Team 1, to the team leader or to the player. So what I'm going to do is just do yellow or pink and call that M2. Actually, yeah, M2. I'll say M3. and Control C, Control V. Now I want my guy to spawn in a random area around this base, so it's replayable, so I have fun every single time I play it. Now I'm just going to grab these markers. I'm going to have one marker over here, one marker over here, and one marker down here. So that should give me a really cool, that should put me into different interesting spots around the place to make it interesting. And I'm going to create another marker. I'm going to call it ints, and the marker is going to be called insertion, and I'm going to attach this insertion marker to my leader, to my team leader. So I might use one of the drawn, it looks like it's drawn. So the marker name is ints. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this marker to my team leader. So I'm going to go into here and I'm just going to do speech marks, ints, speech marks, and set marker pos, get pos, team 1. So what will happen is the marker will spawn exactly where the team 1 is. So that even if the team 1 is over there, the marker will go wherever the team 1 is. But even if I put it over there, it doesn't matter. Like it'll still spawn wherever team 1 is, because that's what ints, the marker name is ints, set marker pos, get pos, team 1. Team 1 is the guy. Okay, so we have random spawn, we have a marker where the hostage is, and he's spawning in one of these random places, so I don't know where he's spawning. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a trigger, so when I get near my hostage, the hostage will join me. So how I do that is I just create a trigger, and I'm going to have axis A1, so 1 meter apart, or whatever that means. I don't know if 1 means 1 meter, or I have no idea. And in the condition box, I'm going to first name it T1. Now in the condition box, I'm going to have T1, the name of the trigger, set pos, get pos, player, not team 1, team 2, or team 3. Because whoever the player is, like even if it's player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4, just in case you want to do co-op, it means that it'll attach to whoever the player is. And then the next thing is this, and this means whatever's on the activation box. So what I'm going to have is a hint, hostage has joined you, speech marks, and in the effect I'm going to have text. I'm going to have I could put music in there if I wanted. Text, I'm going to have hostage has joined your team, get to rescue vehicles, or get to transport vehicles. Hostage has joined your team. And the next thing I'm going to do is make the hostage join my player. So all I do is do hostage 1, which is the name of the player. Now you've got to do, the first thing you've got to do brackets. You have to do 2 brackets for the thing, and then join player, colon, semicolon. So hostage 1, join player. So next thing I'm going to do is I want, for that trigger to trigger, I want only this team to trigger that trigger, but I want the trigger to be wherever the hostage 1 is. Sorry, not player, hostage 1. So T1 trigger, set pos, get pos, hostage 1. So the trigger will go wherever hostage 1 is, and this means everything in the activation. Without this, nothing on activation will work. So I'm going to group. How to group the triggers to the player is you just keep your finger on the left mouse button and see that, so you can draw that little line. I'm keeping my finger on the left mouse button and I can move it, and I just attach it to my guy. Now in this trigger, on activation, I'm going to have any group member. So if any of my group, which I'm just going to make them all playable, so control playable, control playable, control playable. So yeah, so anybody in my group can trigger that trigger, not just me, because on activation any group member, and it's grouped up to this group. So we've got markers, we've got, I think that'll work. I need to test it out. I'm just going to make it sunny for now, and have no overcast, nothing. So it'll be just nice and sunny. And I've got to test it. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to create a couple of units. Empty cars, name it car 1. And actually I might have a use in a freet. They look like giant Halo vehicles. Control C, Control V. They really do look like Halo cars. And have another marker and make it brown, and look for a car marker or service. Could be any of these. Installation, car, and just call this vehicle, and transport vehicles here. The reason I like this game is the reason I like making my missions and things. Not only is it fun to make your own missions, but it's actually really fun to play it out. It's fun to play it out as well. It's really fun to play it out, because if I make it random enough, I have no idea where the guys are, so every single time I play the mission out, it's going to be different. And if I could make the first part of the mission this, and then have the second part of the mission down here, or the second part of the mission, which I'm going to do, the second part of the mission is going to be defend Gurna, because the Americans are going to come and try and get the hostage back and kill the people that have taken the hostage. So there's going to be a massive defensive effort in Gurna at night time. Maybe I might choose night time. I'm not sure yet. I'll work it out maybe. That's not what this video is all about, but that's what I'm going to do for the second part of the mission. Is have like American helicopters fly in and drop like parachute heaps of dudes around Gurna, and it's going to be really hard. And I'm going to set up machine gun turrets and everything in there, and have like a massive battle between the locals and the American soldiers. So what have I got? Right. What I want to do now is I just want to test to see if this works. And the next thing I want to do is I want to quickly create a couple of tasks, and so everybody's got tasks. Now I can use the new version, which is the modules, to create tasks. Like I can go to modules and go to Intel and create task. Like I can do it this way: task 1, task title, rescue hostage, description, hostage is in camp, go and get. Hostage is in the camp to the east of Gurna. Go and rescue him and get back to transport, and then back to Gurna. Marker M3. I think the marker is what I think it is. I'm not actually sure. I think the marker is what I think it is. I'm really not sure. Because M3, I'm thinking the marker is that, right? M2? Isn't it? I don't know. This is the easy way to do it. I don't like doing it this way. And I'm going to make it op4. So anybody who's op4 sees the task, and then I think what you've got to do is synchronize these modules to the player. So I'm just going to synchronize it to all of them. I don't know if you have to do that. You might just have to sync it to the leader. I don't think it's really necessary. I think you just have to sync it to the leader, I think. And now I'm going to create another marker. Control C, Control V, and have task 1. See how it has task 1? And task 1, you have rescued hostage, get back to transport vehicles. Get back to transport vehicles. I think, actually I'm just going to cancel that. I think, I'm trying to figure out. Control C, Control V. Task 1, hostage rescue, succeeded. Get back to vehicles. I don't even know if this is going to work. I think I might. I don't even know if this is going to work. Actually, I'm just going to cancel that again. Control C, Control V, and have succeeded. Is that going to work? I literally have no idea. And then sync that up to that. I don't know. And what I'm going to do next is Control C, Control V, and have I'll synchronize that to that. So hopefully what's going to happen is task 1 will be there and it'll succeed when I rescue the hostage. And this new task will be task 2. Get to transport vehicles, marker vehicle, and just delete that. Get to vehicles and then get to evac point southwest of transport, or just west of transport. It's pretty much west. Created task 2. I don't know what I'm doing here. So here we have description there. So I'll sync that up to that, and then sync that up to my guys. Oh, I just have no clue if this is going to work or not. And then, yeah, I don't know, I'll preview it and just see what the hell's going on. I don't know if that's going to work. I'm going to do it the old way, but I thought I'd show you the module way. Push J. Oh, here we go. Hostage is in the camp to the east of Gurna. Go and rescue him. So if I just do, right, okay. So I'll just get out of there. So I move this task to here, and then I move this task to there, and that's triggered by this trigger. I have absolutely no idea if this is going to work. Absolutely no idea. And then this trigger is the go get to transport vehicles, which I don't think I can see yet. There, wherever the marker is. Well, we're going to find out. This is the new way of doing it. I prefer doing it the old way, but because you get to see that cool blue box the old way. So push M. So if I'm over here, I can double click the set current task and double click the title, and it'll go. See? There you go. It'll go wherever the marker is. And so my first rescue hostage. That's the first task. So let's do that. Let's see what happens. So where the hell am I spawned? I've spawned west of southwest of the area. So I'll just look. Yeah, we've got to move up here. If you push plus and minus, you can speed the game up. Also, another cool thing as well, if you push enter, you can go into third person, and if you can keep your finger on alt, you can move and see everything around you without moving your gun, which is really important in this game, and an awesome thing to have, and it's great. I've just got to see if this works. So we're in the camping site, I think. Yes. And so let's just check all the areas. Is he under door number 1? Yes, he is under door number 1. Okay. There we go. Alright. Task completed. Rescue hostage. Hostage has joined your team. Get to transport vehicle. So now our second... Alright. It's quite an easy way of doing it. But it kind of sucks too. Because it's just annoying that it's right in the middle of where my hostage in the area is. Blah, whatever. So if I push squiggly line or tilde, whatever you want to call it, I can move them all there. So I'm going to move all my guys down here. And I can't understand anything you're saying. And F5. Are you going to move or are you going back in there? What are you doing, mate? 5.
Solid copy. Standing by. On the way.
Alright, and now... Okay, we're good? Right, we're good. So, if you want to stop watching the video now you know now you know how to make a guy join you. God, it looks so real. This game looks so realistic. I mean, look at that, man. It looks so real. I mean, this area actually looks very similar to where I live in New Zealand. Looks just like this. There's a big hill where I live, and it looks just like this. So now I'm going to get 2, 3, and 4 to get into there, and 5 get into there. I'm just going to speed it up. So I haven't done a succeeded, that's why that isn't ticked. Because succeeded, I'll do a succeeded when he gets into the vehicle. So so the next part of the mission will be to get down to here. Man, look at this vehicle. Push enter. Looks like Halo. So man, look at that. And just to think, this is not on max graphics. I mean, on max graphics it looks better than this. But if you want to play it on max graphics, you really need the best graphics card money can buy, or next generation graphics cards. Next generation graphics cards, high-end cards, will run this probably pretty smooth. But like ARMA 2, you have to have really quite high-end hardware to run it on max graphics. On multiplayer, I would run it on standard. Cool. So there we have it. We've rescued a hostage. So I'm just going to get out of there. So we've rescued a hostage, and so... Alright, so that worked. Those module thing worked. Create task. Task 1. So where's task 3? Task 2? So task 2. So I'll just... Control C, Control V, and have that as task 2, and have that as succeeded. And I will do another trigger where it says hostage 1 in car 1, or hostage 1 in car 1_1. semicolon, Control C, I'll just delete that, Control V. So the condition of this trigger will be hostage 1 in car 1 or hostage 1 in car 1_1. And I'll just have this and just have hint hostage is in transport vehicle, and then effects text hostage is ready to get back to Gurna. Cool. And I'm going to have axis A 0, axis B 0, and group will synchronize that to that, and then synchronize that to that, and then go to this module and make sure that it's on op4, which it is. It's a really easy way, actually. It's quite an easy way of doing it. It's quite an easy way of doing the tasks. I prefer doing it the old way, like the set, because then you've got that real cool blue box. I might do that in another video, but that's the simple thing. So now in this video you've seen how to how the hostage joins the player. That's all you have to do, and you've seen how to create tasks and things as well using ARMA 3 modules. There's also another thing you can do where you can go to modules and go to audio, play radio message. So I can do Intel and headquarters entity. I think this is how you do it. NATO or CSAT op4. I think this is how you do it. Just not group that right now. And I control, and then just create a module. Audio. We have op4. We have protect the escort the target. Escort the target. And I think what you can do is synchronize that to the trigger where you hear that, and so there will actually be a message played. I think escort the target. I think. Do I have to group? Maybe I have to synchronize that to the player. Side op4. Maybe you don't have to. Well, let's have a look. I'll just fast forward it. See, this is the problem with editing videos, because I want to keep playing around and I know everything I'm doing might actually be helpful for you. That's why I'm keeping the recording going. I could just stop it here, but I want to see if that radio message works. I'm sure it's helpful for new people. So let's find the it's in here again. Alright, I might actually make that too. Alright. Yeah, so he did, actually, let's just, let's just see if that task completes. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Where is the dude? Oh, yeah, there we go.
Standing by.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Get to transport vehicles, tick. So, because he's in the vehicle. Cool. Alrighty, that's pretty cool. I think that'll do it for this video. And with the briefing is, I'll just push abort. And with the briefing, I mean, I'll just use the modules for now. I prefer doing it the long way. But you can do set task description. Set task description, which I guess is task 1, I guess. Or rescue hostage, maybe? Hostage. And description, you have to rescue hostage and return to Gurner. I'm not entirely sure if this is going to work. Yeah, and M3. That is M3, isn't it? M2. I'm not entirely sure if this is going to work. M2. And I don't know if grouping it is the right idea. Synchronize to those guys. Let's just see. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know how to do this. I'm just playing around. No. So it hasn't shown up in briefing. Alright, he's got his tasks. Is it, maybe you choose title rescue hostage, because it is rescue hostage, isn't it? Task 1, task ID, title rescue hostage. M2, task 1 rescue hostage. Not sure. I'm not sure how you do the description. I'll have to look up online. I'll try task 1, see if that works. Task 1. No? That doesn't work either. I'm pretty sure you have to do rescue hostage. Rescue hostage. And I'm not sure why they've made this difficult. Well, what do you synchronize it as then? Where do you synchronize? Do you synchronize it to the task maybe? No. And then maybe you synchronize it to the task and you synchronize it to them. I've absolutely no idea. No? Oh, it has done it now. You have to rescue hostage. Oh, now it's done it. So it's done it now. Oh yeah, so it's done it now. Bizarre. I don't even know why you need that then. Why do you need that why do you need that? Why do you need that because if I preview it again, because it worked then, but it gave me the description instead of what I did the first time. See? It deleted this and did the description instead. I prefer doing it the old way. Watch my other videos if you want to see how to do it the old way, because the old way has really cool little blue boxes. Like the old way I can go task 1 equals team 1 create simple task, create simple task, and then brackets, and then speech marks, rescue hostage, speech marks, brackets, and you'll see this really cool blue square around the area, and I kind of like that. It makes it look really cool. See, now if I push M, see the tasks, see that's the new tasks there, and that's the new task. That's how to do it the old way. So what I would normally do is do task 1, set simple task description, and then just do brackets, then speech marks, get to hostage and return to vehicles, hostage located here, and then I would do a marker, so marker name equals colon M2, which is the marker name, and then just do arrow here, then another arrow, and then slash marker, and then another arrow. So get to hostage, return to vehicle, hostage located here, and then located here, and then I just do speech marks, comma, speech marks, and I have to do rescue hostage, and then just comma, speech marks, brackets. Now I know that can take a while to do that, but I think it's worth it, because if you do preview, you'll see this really cool blue square around the task. So if I just go to tasks, that's the one I created. That's the old one with the modules, and this is the new one. So see how it says get to hostage, return a vehicle hostage located here? See that blue square? It gives you a cool blue square. Whereas the ARMA 3 way of doing it doesn't. It just gives you this weird circle thing. So I think the old way is better, to be honest. But anyway, that's how to create a hostage rescue mission. So I'll just do rescue hostage, or hostage Gurner is my mission name. Hostage Gurner. So yeah, I hope that teaches you a bit on how to rescue hostages. In the next video, what I'll do is I'll create some guys and stuff, and put some enemies in there. It shouldn't be too much of a long video, but unfortunately editing videos do take a while to do, because it sometimes takes a little bit of time to do simple things, and I'm trying to explain it as well. So anyway, I hope this helped. So cheers, good luck in making missions, and have fun.